It's another day and I'm hanging out in a herd of elk on my way up the mountain. These guys are everywhere. Let's see if I can pull out without running over a guy. All right, boys, we'll see you later. So if you're actually interested in wildlife like elk, they were reintroduced to the area about a decade ago. They were native to this area, but they had all been killed, I guess. And now they're everywhere. And like I said, you'll find some of the big boys just like standing in the Bojangles parking lot sometimes, which is a pretty cool way to go get breakfast. Looks like Rex is here. So what are you doing? That's a bad place to be hiding, bub. This is Rex. You may remember him from the last house, Modern Mountain Getaway. He's our drywall extraordinaire. And it's time to get it rocked, right? Yeah. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, we'll rock this house.
Yeah, do it.
Why is drywall called drywall?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. But I'll ask Siri here. It became known as drywall because a wall made from it was entirely dry and no wet materials were needed for the installation.
Huh.
Yeah, plaster, on the other hand, was wet and took a tremendously long time to dry before another coat could be applied.
That's interesting. Other things on the list to get done today are finish all of the outside painting and then clear caulk around all of the windows to the exterior window trim, so that's all permanently sealed as well.
What are we doing today?
Painting.
You're painting.
Both of you.
I'm gonna hold your ladder.
That'd be great, actually. Now, this guy, he's got something I've never seen before, and that he's got his power cord lassoed to his tool belt so that it just goes with him, because he's up on stilts. And I think that's pretty smart, actually. I've never seen anybody do that. So these guys are hanging the ceiling first, and the reason is the drywall on the walls will hold the drywall edge that's on the ceiling. See how there's a gap there and there? This drywall will actually push the other ceiling drywall up tight, right? Hold it and make a nice seam. Everything will be tight. So they actually start top down. They'll do the ceiling, upper part of the wall, then to the floor, because the least crucial spot is from the drywall bottom to the floor, because that's going to get covered by baseboard. Sort of the opposite of roofing a house. You always start bottom up roofing, start top down drywall.
Oh man, I guess I've been doing roofing wrong this whole time. Front row.
You're fast, so fast.
All right, here's something we got to do. The drywall screws that attach to this part of the frame for this pocket door have to be short so they don't stick into the inside of the frame. You can see that would be really bad. I myself have shot finish nails through my trim into my doors that are in the wall.
One quick thing I want everybody to see is that I took the hardware out of here, so it's not going to get, you know, permanently enclosed in there.
That happens.
There was a lot of people kind of worried that I was going to forget about that. I was kind of worried about it myself. Here's the setup that they're going to use to get the ceiling here in this stairwell. Basically using a walkboard to mount another walkboard. You got to get to all the ceilings, and this is a hard spot over stairs, so I think it's a pretty good way to do it. Getting a pickup today from our distributor Jennings. Sometimes when you order stuff for a house, you get not enough. Sometimes you get too much. We ordered a whole unit of SmartSide. Luckily, it's a stock item, so we're gonna throw it back on the flatbed. And you're gonna give us credit on this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like full credit?
Yeah.
Partial? Anyway.
Partial.
So yeah, there's $600 we'll get back, which is great. Love that.
Yeah.
That's what Jamie's saying. Love that.
Something we've done in the past is pre-paint the siding. And we didn't do it in this case so that we knew that we could return the leftovers. Because once you paint it, guess what? They don't want it back.
Not usually.
No.
So yeah, that's a good thing, $600. Just so you know, he threw that and it hooked right here from over there.
I bet he's good at fishing.
I'm gonna start tackling this paint, and the method I'm gonna use is go where I can go easily. So I have a walkboard there. I'm gonna get this whole strip. I have all this set up here. I can get this whole side. We have a walkboard like up high on the other side. I'll get that. And then I'm not gonna spray on the deck. We're just gonna roll that because of the risk of rockling the decking.
Too much risk, too much time to tape it all off too, actually.
Yeah, so that's my method, is go everywhere I can go with what we have set up, and then move everything we have set up to go the other places to get the second coat. I think that's a good way to go at it. I'm spraying here. One thing I'm doing to really minimize the overspray is I'm keeping this sprayer tip 90 degrees to the wall surface like that. If I were to spray, and then turn away from the wall, not 90 degrees as I'm still spraying, it would put a huge bunch of paint mist in the air. So to avoid that, I'm just moving the sprayer 90 degrees so all the paint goes on the wall. Ladder feeling good down there? Ellis!
What?
You're on my ladder duty, bro.
I got it. Don't worry, I got it, bro.
You kind of look asleep. I just painted the whole bottom area of this second coat white. And painting white on white is not very satisfying. You can't even tell I did anything. I'm over here second coating, and while I'm doing that, the guys are actually just taking brushes and doing the first coating on areas that I didn't hit yet, so that maybe today we can just wrap it up. And actually, they're doing it way faster than I was imagining, too.
So I read an article about airports building a wall of fans to absorb the thrust of the planes and harness that into energy.
It's pretty smart. Mm-hmm. Wow. And next thing you know, they're going to have boats that are wind powered.
That's genius.
Man, we're gonna be millionaires.
Let's take a second to thank our sponsor for today's video, Audible. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word entertainment all in one place. So I'm actually a huge fan of Audible. I listen to books everywhere I drive. If you didn't know, contractors drive a lot. I'm in the truck sometimes 2 hours every single day. My family also enjoys Audible. My kids listen to Big Nate on Roll audiobook every single night. They can't go to sleep without it. As an Audible member, you will get 1 credit every month, good for any title in their entire selection. You also get full access to their popular Plus catalog. It's filled with thousands and thousands of audiobooks, original entertainment, guided fitness and meditation, sleep tracks, which I love for better rest, and podcasts. And you get all of this with no extra credits needed. My family and I have always been able to find the perfect title for whatever we're doing. My wife loves murder mystery stories, I love comedy, and my kids love Big Nate on a Roll. To get started with your free 30-day trial of Audible, visit audible.com/Perkins or just text Perkins to 500-500. And I'll bet you'll enjoy it just as much as I do.
Let's talk about clear caulking these windows to the trims. Today I'm using this big stretch clear caulk, and I really like it. It comes out white so you can see what you're doing, but dries to a really nice clear. So we leave 1/8 of an inch of a gap between our trim and the window. Now you would think, oh, I need to get the trim as tight as I can. But if you do that, you simply just don't have a place to put your sealant, and therefore it's probably more likely to crack if you just caulk the surface. So I'm doing my best to force the caulking down into this gap here as deep as I can. And if it's a really huge gap, you might want to add a backer rod so that you don't use a whole caulk of tube on a 3-foot section.
You mean a whole tube of caulk?
What'd I say, a whole caulk of tube? I didn't say that, did I? Oh my gosh.
All right, let's see it though. Let's see you do it.
You want to see me do it?
Yep.
Man, all right.
Let her rip.
Pressure's on.
All right.
Love caulking.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best. I'm using this caulk gun that has a really high gear ratio. It can really put some serious pressure on this caulk tube if the caulk is a little bit cool like today. That's pretty warm.
It is pretty warm.
Oh my goodness, I can't talk. All right, so let's talk about why we left this gap and why didn't we caulk it earlier. We wanted to get our final coat of paint on this so that we're edging to a gap and not to a caulked thing, because then you gotta worry, oh, am I gonna paint the caulk? Am I gonna paint onto the window a little bit? No, you leave a gap till you're done painting. Then use the clear caulk. And what I'm doing here is just really going slow, taking my time, being sure that I fully am forcing the caulk in there and I can see like a pillow of caulk coming in front of the tip. That is letting me know that it is fully filled and I'm not leaving any gaps or voids. And you just got to take your time. There's a little bit on the window, but that I'm gonna leave it because when it dries clear, you won't see it. And if I try to touch it up, I'll smear it everywhere.
Yeah.
Touching, I mean, we want that.
Yeah.
What's with the white shirt today?
I'm a painter today.
Why a white shirt?
Painters wear white.
Why?
Lots of reasons. White is cooler in the sun. The painters union is white.
White's cooler in the sun?
Hey,
Houses are white. The house is white.
why is there a... Did you press that thing?
Dude, I'm proud to be a painter today.
He ironed his t-shirt.
Nice paint bucket, Jono.
You like that?
Yeah, I love it.
Almost as big as my brush.
Jono's been down at Santos, is that right? Mountain biking for like a week? Alafaya. If you're a mountain biker, you know what that is. If you're not, you have no idea. But it's a cool place.
Amazing. Mountain biking in Florida.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Yeah.
I'm moving along this side here. The wind is really wreaking havoc on me though. I'm having to stay in really tight and only work a narrow area so that I don't get overspray. Wind is probably the worst thing you could have for doing this type of work with a sprayer. So I'm really battling the wind, but it's warm and it's not been warm often. So we're just gonna try to get done what we can get done. Other thing I'm battling is just the weight of this hose. It's heavy and it makes it hard to just maneuver this thing precisely. So I'm keeping my foot pinned down on the hose to just kind of take the weight off so I can actually be accurate with this thing. I'm also using my sprayer just like a paint bucket. So up here where I don't even have my, my guard is way down there. So what I'm doing is just putting some dabs of paint here, kind of heavy like that. And then I'll take the brush and I can sort of just get that paint and work it in up to the top. So it's not bad windy right here where I'm painting, but step around the corner, it's like a hurricane. Look at that. Wow. I'm actually not loving being up on the scaffolding with this wind this bad. Pack up the paint today on account of this wind. It's getting out of hand. So sprayer's going up, everybody's packing up, and we're gonna do something else.
It doesn't bother me.
Hey, Drippy Long Stockings, what are you doing?
Yeah, put that in my truck. That'd be great.
We're gonna check on the drywall guys here. Check them out. Yeah, I'm ready. Wow, it's done.
They started this morning. This is one day.
Yep. And they are gonna be totally done. Oh yeah, there you go. Nice.
Finish some screws, but it's looking great. Better bring a vacuum tomorrow. Huh?
Yeah, it's a little dusty in here. Blue room. Moisture resistant. Drywall's blue now. It used to be green.
Used to be green, and then they did purple.
That's right. I forgot about purple.
Yep, now it's
so. And we've got a special product we're gonna put over that. We're working with a company to waterproof that so you don't have to do dirt rock or tile. Yeah. Hanging the drywall, done in one day. That's one of the first things we've had done at this house that did not require a special license that we did not do ourselves, if you haven't noticed. And the reason why we hired them to do it, they did it in one day. So, I mean, it would have taken us, I don't know, a week.
A lot longer.
They're super fast because that's all they do.
And they have special tools that we don't have.
Yeah, we could buy them, but they're so fast at it, and we still had something to do out here. So I think that's a win-win, and I'm super glad they got it done that fast. That's awesome. Hey, we're thinking on the next job, we'll hang the drywall.
Okay, I'll hang it.
Yeah?
Well, he said we, but he meant you.
I'll hang it.
Yeah.
I ain't taping or putting anything, no. I'll go to the office every day for a month.
If you want to know more about doing drywall, Ray is going to drywall his whole house he bought in sections, and I'm sure he'll video all of it.
Oh
yeah.
Slow motion drywall.
Slow-mo mud going on.
Yeah.
Slow-mo watching it dry.
I'm about to slow-mo your beard blowing in the breeze right here. It's been another great day up on the mountain. Glad to have Jono back on the job. He's been biking in Florida, if you didn't catch that earlier, for last week. Yep, that's awesome. So we got a lot of painting done. We got a lot of drywall done. Well, they. And then it got really windy, so we're gonna go home. Thanks for building with us today. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for inventing a sailboat with us today.
You know why I like you, Jamie?
Why? Because I'm your brother and you have to?
No, you clean the paint sprayer for me every day.
I do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I hate doing that. Time to go.
You're welcome.